Good morning, good morning, Cyber friends. This is Mitty Man. Coming back at you from Walker's Music. We had another little brief word. This Saturday morning edition of Word for the Day. Um, I haven't had a chance just yet. Matter of fact, as you see, my view, my angle has changed here. Got another. I'm doing this one on my laptop this morning. I'm working on my desktop right now, doing some diagnostics. So I decided to take a little break here before I got choir rehearsal this morning. Got my choir members. They're coming out to the studio again today. Matter of fact, around by noon today. So therefore, I just decided I would take this time here to do a quick video wrap up. Last night, I had to venture out of town. And matter of fact, we I did a venture with my former church that I played for almost 20 years, and I still help them out from time to time. And we always have a good time. Matter of fact, they know me very well. I mean, hey, let's face it, I was with them for almost 20 years, so they're not going to soon forget me, neither am I going to soon forget them. It's just not possible. And so we still pretty much connected together. And this is the Pleasant Grove AME church that I used to play for. And I still care for them very much. Needless to say, when I got back home last night, I was so tired. I was dead tired. And we went to a Sunday school convention, in other words. And matter of fact, I didn't even get a chance to take part in the communion, the Holy Communion service. After I got through playing, I went outside. And matter of fact, I went outside and got in the van. And I was really burned out. And I was tired. It was hot. And so I just sort of I had to get me some air. But nevertheless, we still count it a blessing to be able to be involved in the work of the Lord. And matter of fact, I tell y'all all the time, it is about kingdom building. It's not about us. It's about kingdom building. Matter of fact, let me sign in to this thing real quick. I was checking my email, and I'm having to, excuse me for that right there, but I'm having to do a lot of rearranging people. I got to reorganize because my responsibilities and my duties have increased, and so I'm going to have to make some changes. I saw a video this morning from this guy called Beat Struggles. He has a blog website. As a matter of fact, he just launched his new website called isgratuitous.com. I think that's it. Forgive me if I'm not saying it right, but some of you may know of this here particular guy called from beatstruggles.com. Some of you producers out there may know of this guy, but at any rate, he had a very, very interesting post on there this morning. And I get his newsletter, I get his updates and everything, and so it was sent to my inbox, and I checked it out about social media and about how social media you can get caught up in all the news feeds and clicking on pictures and trying to see what everybody is saying, being nosy in other folks' business and stuff like that, and you'll find yourself you done wasted a lot of time. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I was so glad that was like an eye opener. That was a very, very wake up call for me today, because I have found myself, and matter of fact, I got to admit, I have. In other words, I had backed off from a lot of the Facebook and the Twittering and the tweetering and all that stuff. I even saw that a good while ago myself, that it was killing a lot of my time. And I saw that I just didn't have the time for it, as I used to just sit there all day long, just about it, on and off all day long, checking on Facebook and Twitter and all the other stuff, and checking email 4 and 5 times a day. That's not necessary. That's just killing. That's wasting your time that could be spent on doing beats or doing music production or whatever it is. Like, you might be more productive, even if it's just website building. You might be a website designer or whatever you might be, but you need to spend your time in using your gifts and talents and being productive. And you cannot do it wasting all that time on social media. Now, it's one thing that the guy did say. I'm still working on this other PCO here, y'all. It's one thing that this guy did say Now, social media does have its place if it's used correctly. But when we just, when you got, I mean, I know that I've had people, and I'm not trying to put anybody down, but I'm just saying I know I've had people that contacted me talking about wanting to be me to add them as a friend on Facebook and whatnot, and I never hear anything from them. So that let me know what this guy was saying is that most of the time these people are befriending you because they know how Facebook works. If you are befriended to someone, you get on their timeline, everything that they do. In other words, whatever they do and they post it, you're gonna get the notification. So it's a way to be nosy in other folks' business. And so the guy was, it tickled me because I really and truly, I got to admit, that's a lot. The reason that's a whole number one reason for a lot of people use that Facebook and want to befriend you is so they can see what you're up to. Every time somebody posts to your site or tell you something or send you a picture, they can see it. So it's a way to try to keep up with each other. And then in a way, there's nothing wrong with that to a degree. But like, okay, how can you have, in other words, some people say, I've got 5,000 friends. No, I don't think so. I think you got 5,000 people that maybe have came and asked to befriend you to be nosing your business. You don't. No one have that many friends. You got associates, and just like I've did videos before about, there's a very very few friends we do have. You got some true people that stick by you, but now you got a lot of comrades, and you got some constituents, but you got very very few friends. Now, Miniman's not saying, and I'm agreeing with this guy because he really on point about the wasting of time. Cause I know I have wasted a lot of time, but in the last couple of months I realized myself that I was spending too much time on Facebook. I was spending too much time doing all this tweetering and videos and all that. You know, you go to YouTube and you can spend all day on YouTube looking at different videos and stuff. But if you're going to be productive, you got to find time. Now, the way I do, I got certain people that I check out their videos. Now, what I do, I quote their videos up so that I can spend my time, a certain period of time at night, when I'm just going to kick back and have me some coffee and relax. And then I check out their videos. I got time to listen to them and really take in what they're really saying. Now, I do have that. Now, I don't feel nothing wrong with that, but if you just spend your whole day on video watching and video playing and video, you're never going to, unless that's what you're into. Now, if you're into video production, then I can understand. But if you're into music production, and like I am, and you got choirs that's coming over to, and you can run in a studio like I am, well, I don't have time to be on Facebook and YouTube all day looking or trying to make. I make a few videos, like I said, but if after I do that, then I'm done. I'm done. If in other words, once I make that first video in the morning and for the word for the day, and if I'm asked to do another video about a tutorial, somebody asks me something, then I may do that. After that, then now Middleman is done for that. Then I got to go and I got to get busy with my business and running my studio, which is Walker's Music, and doing the ministry of the music, which God has ordained me as a minister of music. And I do that to the best of my ability. And I have to be up on my game in order to call myself a minister of music. I must study, I must practice, because when I enter into the sanctuary or the rehearsal hall, the choir members don't need me to be in there trying to figure stuff out. I should already know what I'm doing so I can teach them. That's the role of the minister of music. To a degree, that's just one level. But at any rate, I'm glad that I ran across this here guy and he set this video up. It was very much needed. I'm glad he gave me another wake-up call. And I'm just saying, it's not to no one, not to make. In other words, you cannot be a friend to everybody, people. Now, come on now. Y'all know better than that. You can't friend 1,000 people on Facebook or nothing else. You can't even have that many in real life. Cause the Bible tells us there is a friend. Letting us know that there are very few friends we got in life. You're going to find very, very few friends. Now, you got to run across a lot of people and associates. But everybody that you come run across is not your friend. I mean, you just got to be real. And there ain't nothing wrong It's nothing bad about that. It's just that everybody that you meet is not your friend. Just realize that. So when you go on Facebook and a person don't sit there and talk to you 10 or 15 or 20 minutes in the chat room, that doesn't mean that they're dishing you. That just means that they're busy. They got other things to do and they just not going to spend their time wasting it. They call that a waste of time. They're just sitting there typing, just chitter chat back and forth. Now, if you got people that you have, now, call like I say, man, I got certain people that I type to and I chat to. Yes, they are close. Those are my inner circle. Now, I will sit there and I talk to them 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long they want to. But if you think about it, those are the ones that always hit you up. Those are your close circle. Them what I call your close circle of friends, them are the ones you're going to spend the most time with. So don't feel offended when someone on your contact list, a person that you hardly ever contact, a person that you hardly ever converse with, if they don't spend a whole lot of time typing to you, it's a reason. You're not into what they're into. And so they don't feel like they really doesn't have too much to say to you because they are not into what you're into. So they don't really have anything to talk to you about that much other than to maybe give you a salutation, hello, how are you doing? Well, we are glad that you're doing okay. Hope everything's well. And that's about it. That's about all they can say. And then, that's good enough for me, man. You don't have to sit there and talk to me all day. I understand that you got other things that you need to be doing. And I applaud people when they got stuff that they're trying to do and they go on and get it done. And not don't let this social media become a waster, a time waster. Now your circle of friends, your close friends, treasure them. But like I say, everybody on Facebook, I don't care if you got 10,000 so-called friends, those are just associates. You can go and have out of that 10,000 people on your contact list, I guarantee you ain't got about 3 or 4 of them that's really in your circle, that really stand by you. In other words, that really checking out what you post. If you post a song up, they checks it out. If you, whatever you do, if they are for you, they're in your corner. I guarantee you can have 10,000 friends, but you betcha, I guarantee you only got about 5 or 6 that's really gonna do just what I said there. They're gonna check out your videos. They're gonna check out your music. They're gonna check out what you want, what you post. You got very, very few friends, but you may have a lot of associates. So we glad that the guy from Beat Struggles, he posted that this morning. And I hope that it helps someone else beside myself because I know now what I had done already. I had already cut back on the social media. I got about maybe 4 or 5 people that I really just talk to on a day-by-day basis. And I keep up with them and check them out and everything, see if everything's okay. But other than that, I cut the deck right there. I use the mass feed. That mass feed, what you say, you let everybody know what's going on. When I come on Facebook, I say, good morning, America. Good morning, Facebook contacts. I might say that. Or hello, and I hope all of you are doing fine. And I really mean that. And I put it in the big feed where everybody can see it. Now, if you really concerned about Middleman, you'll respond to that. If you're not, you won't. Simply that. So Middleman don't feel heartbroken when you don't. So with that being said, if it's Middleman saying we got to get ready now, we got about a couple more hours before the choir member will start arriving at the studio out there. So whatever you get into, if God's not in it, it's best you come on out of this. Middleman saying peace, and until the next time, goodbye.